If you hear scratching behind the screen, do not respond. I'm sorry. What are you talking about? I don't know. But I'm a bit frightened. Right. This game contains disturbing imagery, loud sounds, and flashing lights. If you feel uneasy, that's okay. Good, good, good. We haven't even got to the bloody menu screen and you've already weirded me out. Congratulations. That's quite possibly the fastest a game has ever managed to do that. Right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a little game called Testimonium, I think it's called. It's a bit like Pandemonium, I suppose, but more court-related. Alright, as...
What the hell? It's the middle of the night. Who the fuck is that? I swear to God, if it's those Jehovah's again.
I don't know. It's... oh, blimey. I've changed the wallpaper so quickly. I don't know, but seems to be voiced by one of my countrymen, so that's marvellous. Right, here's a little PlayStation controller, PlayStation 2 controller. I'm not really sure. Right, in this game, I seem to have a little hand icon of a flayed mitten. Okay. Can I, oh, blimey, I can rob these very grubby sugar cubes. Okay, how do I step away from this and never come back? As long as I live. Yes, that's definitely a PlayStation. I recognise that. Right. Some tapes as well. Right. Sorry, I'm slightly interested in random things. What on earth is that? I really don't know. Never mind. Hello. Who is there? Which, oh my blimey. Hopefully it's the bloody electrician. Or maybe it's the bloody plumber. I don't know. Is there a face there? Am I crazy for thinking there's a face there? It's like, imagine that's like dark hair, and then sort of there's a forehead, and then there's an eye, like the slightly darker bit, and then that sort of triangle-y bit as a nose, and you've sort of got the cheek there. Is that not a face? Am I just seeing faces where none exist? I don't know. I do wish I could look in a mirror in a video game once in a blue moon and see where a face where one does exist. But never mind. Let me down a lot of pills. That will make life better. Hopefully they're shrinking pills so I can actually fit in the bloody bath. Right. Never mind. This is a wardrobe that I don't think I can open, which is a shame because I'd quite like to go to Narnia. Alright, what's through here? Oh, blimey! I've got one hell of a sound system. My goodness. Alright, many things. I'll play a video game. I don't know, I seem to be able to smoke a hell of a lot of cigarettes. The packaging looks a bit too sort of bright and snazzy to be local. There's rather strong regulations on how you can package and advertise cigarettes in this country for obvious reasons. Right, I cook the dinner. Oh my goodness, there's a nice shepherd's pie in there. Look forward to having that for my tea. Right, and a big fridge. Well, I am looking forward to having the shepherd's pie for my tea, given there is no other food. Right. Persistence pays off.
Just a package?
No, definitely not local. Right.
Didn't even ring the bell. Just drop this shit? VHS? You serious? Who even... Testimonium? What the fuck is this? Fine. Guess we're watching this tonight.
Is this what you do for amusement? Man. I appreciate that back in this day we didn't have, you know, Netflix or YouTube or any of those things, but I assure you there were better ways to find entertainment than just hoping some random person would leave it on your doorstep like an abandoned baby. Alright, never mind. I don't seem to be able to go anywhere, which is a shame, but never mind. I'll tell you where this building has already gone to hell. But never mind. Curious that we have these sort of two little doors instead of just one big door. But hey ho, I'm not here to talk about architecture for some half the reason I talk about game design is by knowing nothing about it. Oh, they weren't like 4 little sugar cubes. There's 4 empty inventorium boxes. Right, okay. I didn't. A worn black cassette, no label, only a crooked sticker with smeared ink. Testimonium. The tape inside flickers erratically when turned. It hums faintly in silence. How does it make noise silently? Like it remembers being watched. How under the sun does a VHS tape have that quality? You don't know who sent it, you don't know why, but something on the other side wants to be seen. Does it? Did it ever enter your mind that there's something on this side, specifically my eyes, that don't want to see whatever it is that you're suggesting? What I like to see is the package where I ordered my mattress and my pillows and my duvet, so that I can actually get a bit of bloody sleep. Alright. Never mind. Never mind. Let's play the tape and see what happens. Going to stand here like a crazy person.
What you've been told about hell, the fire, the pitchforks, the red demons, is just metaphor. Poets and painters tried their best, but they never saw it. No one did. Not truly. Hell is not flame. Hell is not pain. Hell is absence. Absence of light. Absence of him. You assume there's a heaven, a symmetry, but what if there isn't? What if he left, and all that remains is this? For 1,000 years we believed nothing returns from hell. That was our comfort, that the veil was one way, until now. The footage you're about to see should not exist, and yet here it is, transferred, preserved, delivered, by something that was never meant to return.
Cracking bit of voice acting, but a very bloody bleak philosophy. Alright. Why would there be scratches behind my screen? I don't know. But, alright. Alright. Is this going to play into like the whole...
Why did you come back? Listen, it breathes with you. You still think you can leave?
I mean, I'd have a good try. I've got my coffin? Big blundering stick? Oh, it literally is a coffin. Right. Am I in an Iron Maiden? I'm in an Iron Maiden, aren't I? Right. Okay. You all take a minute to digest that for a second. I'm going to let the cat in, and then we're going to carry on with this quite literal hellscape. Right. I have bribed the cat with dreamies, and hopefully that will keep her quiet for a minute or two. Right. Okay. So, my initial thought on hearing him say that that hell isn't, you know, fires and pitchforks, is the sort of concept of we all make our own hell, in that, you know, physical pain is one thing, but, you know, we all have our own individual versions of hell, which could be made, which could be far, far worse than just simple physical pain. Oh dear, I need a lock, and I need a key, and I don't know what it is. I don't need a lock, I need fewer locks, actually. It's what I need less of, not more. Right, here are some boiling body bits. Oh, blimey. Is it, oh, blimey. Oh, but what are those? Maybe don't answer that question. Hello? Is that like a Latin incantation you're saying? You're not going to drop any more bits? Are you sorry that I was perverted enough just to stand here with my mouth open? Right, okay, never mind. I see the fire has presumably been arrested for arson and put in prison. That's alright. I live with that. Okay, so this is some footage I'm watching that presumably was recorded in hell and has somehow been brought to reality, to our reality. Okay. Okay. Splintered stand for sacred or heretical text. Ah, yes, one or the other. One or the other. They don't mind sharing. I think they probably would. Okay. Right, here are more Iron Maidens. Ah, look, there's the little key that I need. Okay. So I need to presumably find a book, and that might cause this gate to open, potentially. Right. Ah, interesting. The weight of faith is tenfold your sin. Is that good or bad? I don't really know. I didn't realize you could measure weight, measure the weight of faith. Is that done in kilograms or ounces? Right. She doesn't seem to be having a tremendous time in life, but hey ho. Right.
Are you proud of you call that mercy to keep it safe, you know? Do you feel closer to heaven now?
Not really, no. Don't really know what heaven looks like. Probably has free ice cream, low mortgage rates, but you know, I don't think it's got any of this in it. I hope not anyway, otherwise I might ask for a refund. Oh, blimey, governor. Right, what is this? That's... You cannot have a word that's all consonants. That's not a thing. A torn piece of scorched parchment. The ink bleeds like dried blood. The letters shifting when you look too long. Beneath the commandments, a faint handwritten scrawl reads, "It was never yours." Ah, right. Okay. So somebody pinched your book and then you murdered them and wrote a message in their blood, did you? Well, that's just perfectly pleasant. Oh my goodness, this is a very strange game. Huzzah! I'm so glad we achieved this thing. Thank you, Sentinels, for looking after the place. Well, I've been... Oh, you literally are Sentinels. I was just making a joke about your broad shoulders, but no, you literally do have swords and shields and everything. Okay, that's nice. That's lovely. I'm so glad everything is progressing so tremendously. Alright. The commandment is known. The sin chosen. Yes, in these days of austerity, you cannot break all 10 commandments. You must pick just one to be mischievous with respect to. Right, oh, I probably should have read what that said, but never mind. Hopefully it's just a bit of flavoured text and nothing overly important. Right. Curious this is the door from like a locker or something, rather than a more regular door. But hey ho. My goodness gracious me. Well, there's a thumbnail, if nothing else. My goodness, sir. Despite being dead and flayed and beheaded and all the other things, you do have quite nice teeth. So hey ho. I guess everyone's got something going for them.
You think you can escape judgment?
I think I need to be careful. I don't accidentally skewer myself on one of these big chopsticks.
Faster! Faster!
I'm trying.
Not yet.
Okay. Your feet move, your soul does not. Yes. I'm just wandering through life on autopilot and I am achieving nothing with my day. But anyway, back to the game. Okay. This is a very curious game. I like these bizarre voices. I love the use of the surround sound as well, to really make it seem like it's sort of different voices berating you from either side. That's a very simple but effective.
They block the way. On their knees, like you You want them dead.
What kind of farm did you grow up on where the cows are on their knees? I didn't grow up on a farm, but I grew up next to quite a few farms, and all the cows I saw were standing firmly on all 4 feet. At no point did they kneel in their pants praying. That was not part of the daily farm routine. This game is very, very, very weird. I like it, but it's very strange. Right. You will forgive me, perhaps, if I choose to not stand here in front of the gentlemen on their knees doing this. You will forgive me if I choose not to do that. Right. Enough of that. Moving on. Good afternoon, gentlemen. How are all of you doing? Okay, right, is there a thing there I need? Possibly. Is this a document I can read? Okay. Of flesh and candles. The first was silent. Yes, it's trying to make a Star Trek reference. He did not scream. He welcomed the blue flame, and was lit without pain. The second saw the smoke. He turned his head towards the flame. He longed to follow. The third turned his back away. He denies the ritual, but denial is part of it. The fourth was pierced, spikes through flesh, yet he begged for more, kinky sod. The fifth tilted his head, golden retriever, presumably, not in pain, in curiosity, yeah, golden retriever, as if he knew. The sixth still speaks, tongue half gone, words wet like ash. He calls and no one hears. The seventh looked up. There was no sky, only stone. Still he looked. Okay. So, are there... Is this like an order you're trying to get me to follow with? Right, okay. So it's like the first one had the blue flame, and then the second one was looking towards him. What was the third one? The second one saw the smoke, yes, because he was sort of facing towards it. The third turned his back away. Who is sort of faced away? Is it you? Yeah, okay, right, so I think this is the third one, because he sort of turned his back away, hasn't he? What was the fourth one? The fourth was pierced. Okay, that would be you, wouldn't it? Okay, he's definitely the one who's talking, isn't he? And then, he's the one looking up, isn't he? And this must be the one with the tilted head. Okay, so it's just a simple little sequence. Okay, I can live with that. Tilted his head, speaks and looks out. It just seems to go round in like a circle. It seems a little bit too easy, but hey ho. Alright, that one got some piercings. That one was a golden retriever. This one never learned to shut up. And this one had a crook in his neck.
We were made from ribs.
Alright. Oh, it's a gun.
Fire so quickly. It fits your hand so well. Kneelers beware. The sinner walks.
Shut up, you. Okay. What does this say? Instrumentum luxeri? Anointed in iron and smoke, where prayer falters, it delivers judgment. The sermon is short. That's certainly true. The silence after, holy. Right, that reminds me of that guy from Far Cry 4, whose name I forget, who was a crazy preacher obsessed with guns. Longinus, that was his name. Right. Salvation sold for a bullet. I thought that said salvation sold for a buffet at first. And I thought, oh, tremendous. Little sausage rolls. Oh. I'm really sorry about this. Oh, I don't want to do this, but I think I've got to.
I repented!
Voice acting's really good in this. They really went for it.
Please don't.
It's a bit late for that,
I beg.
Again. It's a bit late for that.
I thought we were forgiven.
Well, you know, I need to get to the front of this queue.
This isn't salvation.
No, no, it's not. Oh, blimey. Oh, blimey. We're not doing a Spider-Man nothing, mate. Just you get out of my way.
Forgive me, Mama!
I give up. Oh. I'm ready now. That may have been English, I'm not sure.
Forgive me, Mama!
Another mummy's boy.
Make it stop, make it stop!
You might want to plug your ears for this next bit.
Creature of blood.
There's a lot more of them than I thought. Oh, shut up.
You brought no justice. Only noise and blood in it. All of them. Are you proud now?
I definitely agree with that woman on the left saying I brought a lot of noise. My goodness. I get a noise complaint if this carries on much longer. Bloody hell. Literally, bloody hell. Shut the door behind me. I gotta be a good boy. Shut the... No, I can't shut the door behind me. There we are. It's just a bit of a lag.
Remember, no one escapes with the demon. You've seen too much. Why did you open it?
I want to go back to bed. Right. Oh, why'd I open the tape, you mean? Well, Blockbuster was shut.
No one escapes hell. Not truly. But sometimes something slips through. Not a soul, not a body, just a shadow. A gust of wind where there should be none. A flicker in the static, a knock at the door. And like so, it begins again.
If I remember the lyrics, I'm writing the song from that bit from the Dead Money DLC of Fallout New Vegas. Right. Are we going to go and knock on the door for about 16 hours? Like what happened at the start of the game, lot? Is that how this is gonna work, is it?
Deliver it. The loop must close. No salvation. Only obedience.
Okay. I'm getting some severe fetish vibes of some of the dialogue in this, and I'm not happy about it. Okay. And the loop has completed. That's lovely, wasn't it? My goodness. Lovely bit of chanting. My goodness, that was very strange. That was, I think, an extremely good example of the difference that audio makes to a game. And maybe I say that as a man who's got quite sharp ears and very dull eyes, so naturally I'm somewhat more inclined to pay more attention to sound than to visuals. But with lackluster sound, that would have potentially been a lackluster game. But with the incredible voice acting, the variety of different voices, and the audio, the general ambience, and the this that we're now hearing, that elevated it to a whole new level, both of creepy in the moment and it really is very nice indeed, isn't it? I apologize, I'm wittering over it. I'm afraid if I press escape, it's going to go back to the desktop instead of the main menu. But it's very good. Very good. And it leans into... It's interesting. It treads a curious line, this one, because as I've mentioned on several occasions before, there are two types of horror. There's realistic horror that actually leaves you feeling a little unsettled at night because you think that it's something which really could happen, like a serial killer breaking into your house and murdering you. And then there's the like fantasy horror of things which of course aren't going to happen because it's not real, like a werewolf or a vampire or an alien or something, which is can be more scary in the moment because it's more unknown and bizarre, but in the long term it's less scary because your brain can rationalize it a little bit more to say this is not something I need to worry about because it's not real. I know it isn't real. And that's why I think a really good scary thing should scare you long after it's finished, and a more realistic horror can do that. Now, the concept of playing around with something like this is that it's almost a little bit of both, right? It's sort of real because of what it was talking about as sort of mysterious things like wind on a still day, or a mysterious knock at the door, or a flicker of light. So that's nice because that keeps it real enough, but then it's also unknown enough that it becomes scary in the moment. And because it's a concept like what happens after death, that is a very clever thing to play with, because of course that can't be proved one way or the other until you actually die and see what happens. And of course, once you're over that threshold, you can't come back and tell anybody. So as much as we could perhaps create or uncover proof that, I don't know, aliens don't exist or that werewolves don't exist or whatever, we can't prove what there is after death. We can only allow artists like this to create their own curious interpretation of it for us to explore. So it treads a very fine line between two different worlds of horror, which I think is a very curious thing. It's not the sort of thing I've seen before, but that's very good. Very, very nicely put together. Very, very nicely put together indeed. Nice little cramped, dingy environments. Very good use of lighting. As I said, tremendous audio. Absolutely unparalleled on that front. And just generally quite disturbing. So that's a good game. I enjoyed that. I hope you did as well. So thank you very much for being with me through this slightly horrendous experience. So yes, I should keep an eye on this developer. I shall see what else they do, because they've clearly got a lot of potential, a lot of interesting, curious ideas, and some competent voice actors to help them. So that's marvelous. I always wholeheartedly support of that. So right. Well, the Dreamies bribe kept the cat quiet for a little while. Anyway, that's enough for that. I think I'm off to bed. Whether I'm going to sleep or not is anyone's guess. I'll let you know in the morning. So thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Look after each other, and good night.